So why is the Sasquatch system different? Well, it's because it actually gets you results and it's built to work with your busy life, not against it. We created the system for high performing people who want life changing results without having to put their careers or lifestyles on hold. My name is Isaac Weisberg. I'm the founder and CEO of Sasquatch Strength and Nutrition, and I'm going to walk you through some details about the system, and then we can see if it's a good fit for you or not. If you don't know us, we've been around since 2014 and have four transformation centers in Washington. We've helped a little over 30,000 people lose fat, gain muscle, and get healthy. We've got a 97% success rate in getting people what they came in for. And I'm going to explain exactly how we do it. So you're probably successful, you're probably smart, but when it comes to your body, you either haven't made time to focus on it or you still don't feel like you have it figured out. If you've ever stopped and thought, man, I should have this figured out by now, then this is probably for you. If you struggled with inconsistency, you do your best to stay on track Monday through Thursday, but then the weekend gets a little out of hand and you're stuck in that cycle where you just can't lose the weight, even though you're putting in the effort during the week. Or if you're showing up trying to make better choices and still not seeing the results, whether you've hit the gym before or you're just starting to work out, it's super frustrating. Maybe you've tried workout classes, boot camps, you're just walking more. You've put in some form of work, but the results are still missing. Maybe you've tested all the fad diets. You might have tried clean eating, cutting carbs, keto, no sugar detoxes, or some other plan that promised the world, but your clothes still don't fit the way they used to. And honestly, you're kind of fed up. You just want something that actually works. Here's the thing, you've been lied to by diets, by fitness culture, by influencers pushing one size fits all plans. You've been handed broken systems that were never designed for you or for real life. It's not your fault. You've been doing your best with conflicting advice, impossible standards, and programs that only work if you have unlimited time and willpower. No wonder it hasn't worked. The system failed you, not the other way around. It's not that you don't care, it's that every plan you've tried demands more time, more willpower, and still isn't built to support your lifestyle or goals. You've been told your body's the problem, but the truth is, most systems aren't built for where you are in life right now. The old way, it's a system built for 20-year-olds with no responsibilities. It glorifies extremes like chicken and rice, 2 hour workouts, screaming coaches, no excuses type of energy, and a lot of sacrifice. But your reality probably includes a high pressure career, a family that depends on you, and a calendar that is already bursting at the seams. You do not need more willpower. You need smarter strategies and a real support system to help you follow through. But what if you could drop 15 to 25 pounds without giving up ice cream, travel, or your limited free time? What if you could feel confident in your body like you finally belong in your own skin? What if you could maintain your progress through business trips, vacations, and chaotic weeks? What if food guilt wasn't a thing anymore because you had a system? Which reminds me of one of the biggest things that makes us different. When you train with us, you're not just walking into a gym. You are stepping into something that feels more like a four-season service experience than a fitness free for all. You're getting a full team, nutrition coaches, performance coaches, accountability across the board, all working together behind the scenes like a pit crew, watching your progress and adjusting your plans as you go. Trying to build muscle, your nutrition coach will flag it, and your performance coach will make sure you're lifting heavier. Need help staying consistent? Someone on the team calls you when you miss a workout. Your success is a team project. This is not do it yourself health and fitness. This is expert led transformation that is tailored to you and built to actually fit in your lifestyle. As an example, let me tell you about one of my current clients, James. James is a CTO of a decent sized company in Seattle. 48 years old, has a kid, has a wife, has an extremely demanding schedule. James and I worked together through a 6 month program. And in those 6 months, if you were to just look at the scale, you'd say, okay, James lost about 16 pounds. Well, that's not really what happened. If you look a little bit closer in that in body scan on the left hand side of your screen, you're going to see that, yeah, in terms of weight, James dropped 16 pounds. But in reality, James actually gained about 10 pounds of muscle, and lost closer to 30 pounds of fat. In the meantime, we also increased his metabolism. So every single day, doing regular, everyday activities, he's burning more and more calories, and his ability to sustain that new body composition is way greater. So, what made him successful? Well, first of all, he decided to start a program. He decided to try something new and he went all in. He trusted the process. He logged his food. He showed up to his workouts and treats his nutrition coaching calls like work meetings. He scheduled them on the calendar and he was there every single time. When time got a little bit busy and he was traveling for work, he rescheduled those calls, but we got them in somehow, even when things got a little bit hard. When he saw these results, and these results are at about the 5 month mark of the 6 month project, he told me that he wanted to do another 24-week program. Now, not everybody's exactly like James. Not everybody wants to continually have this intense of a program. But if you go through it once and you got to these results, would you be happy to stay there for the rest of your life? Would you be happy to have lost 30 pounds, to have gained 10 pounds of muscle, to have more muscle mass than 90% of the population, and lose more fat and be at a body fat percentage that only about 5% of people are at? Now, how this all works is what I'll be walking you through. So again, the Sasquatch system, it's the culmination of working with over 30,000 people. We started in 2014 and we've been collecting data, testing what sticks, watching results, and finally came up with a system that really works. It centers on strength training, nutrition coaching, and accountability. You have to have all three. And it's designed for people with actual lives, not for full-time fitness influencers. Some of the key differences here in the program are we're not going to cut out whole food groups. We're not going to ask you to work out 6 days a week. We aren't going to promise super fast results and then have you gain it all back right when you're done. We'll teach you how to sustain the system on vacation, on work trips, during holidays. You can still have a drink. You can still go on social events. You can still go to lunch with friends. This is a team of experts coming together to actually help you change your identity, your habits, and your mindset. This program is meant to get you the results, but it's meant to help you keep them forever because it teaches you from the ground up exactly what you need to do and finds a sustainable way for you to do it. This becomes a way of life, not just something you do now or someone you are for 3 or 6 months. If you commit to this program, you won't ever have to do another program again because you'll just be the type of person that's in shape and healthy. We have a realistic schedule to our training, and most of our clients average just 3 workouts per week. But not to say that if you don't come to the gym more often, you're not going to accelerate your results. But 3 workouts a week, we've demonstrated is more than enough to get you to start building muscle and losing fat. If you can come in a fourth time, even better. Does that sound like something reasonable? If you knew you would get what you wanted on the other side, could you take 3 hours a week for yourself to work out? I think you could. No one is busier than James. Seriously. Our focus is consistency, not perfection. This program is built for real life, not gym culture. If you're the kind of person who, with the snap of a finger, could choose confidence, strength, control, lasting energy, freedom from food guilt, and the body you actually want to live in, that is exactly what we help you build. Now, let me walk you through how we create the results that last. It's called the Sasquatch system, and it's the foundation of the Sasquatch 12 and 24-week programs. We break your program into 4 key phases. The length of each phase depends on your goals and how much weight you want to lose, and whether or not we're on the 12 or 24-week path. This is not a one size fits all. It is highly customized experience built around you, and you'll be meeting in person and over Zoom a lot. So this will flex as needed to get you the best results. In general, here are the 4 phases we move through together. In the first phase, all we're going to do is start to build some momentum. Okay? As you start coming into the gym regularly, as we start to work on that little bit of discipline that it takes at the start, as we start to add a couple of small nutrition changes, you're going to start to see some results. As we get some of those results, you're going to be more bought into the program so that you can actually stick through it through the duration. By delivering some early wins, and I'm talking in the first 3 or 4 weeks, you're going to see some tangible results that'll make sure we can get you through the rest of the phases. In phase two, we focus on what's most important to be able to actually retain these results, which is building muscle mass. And no, I'm not talking about getting super bulky. Nobody got bulky by accident. Okay? We're going to build a small amount of lean muscle that's going to help you be able to move more. It's going to help you be more resilient. And more importantly, it's going to be burning calories every single day that you have it as you do everyday things. Muscle is the foundation of a strong body, and muscle is the foundation of a lean body. After we get to the foundational pieces of building muscle, getting in enough protein, and doing some resistance training, then we're going to figure out what is a stable process for you. In our third phase, you work with your nutrition coaches and your performance coaches on what balance looks like. What can you sustain long term? Is it 3 classes a week or is it 5? Are you going to be able to maintain a diet that's entirely made up of chicken and rice? Absolutely not. So we're going to have to find what does work for you. Some people need to be able to go out to eat 4 to 5 times a week because they travel. That's fine. We're going to find a system of ordering at restaurants that works for you. And that's how we're going to build the program. So the stabilized phase is very different depending on what you need from us. And finally, after we figure out what stability looks like for you, then we can optimize further. At this stage, some people work through continuity, right? How do we transition you to a regular program that's not quite as intense so that you can maintain your muscle and your nutrition in perpetuity? For other people like James, they want to go through another cycle of this, but this time with more emphasis on building muscle or performing or being able to give more at work and increasing energy to an elite level. It depends on you and it depends on what you're looking for. Again, everything we do is very customized. These phases are an example of how we progress somebody through the different stages that are required to build a program that delivers results first, but then gets the people to keep them long term. Now, what else makes the Sasquatch system so effective? Aside from the strength training, the nutrition coaching, the relentless accountability, is that we give you everything you need to succeed, even when life gets messy. And let's be real, it usually is. 30-day money back guarantee, results guarantee, unlimited coach led strength training classes, access to all 4 of our East Side locations, 12 weekly one on one performance sessions, 12 weekly one on one nutrition coaching sessions, unlimited in-body progress scans, access to the Sasquatch app, monthly supplements to make sure we fill any nutrient gaps, and community events and experiences to keep you engaged. You'll also get shopping guides, recipe books, meal prep guides, travel tips, a ton of weekly resources that drip to you through the Sasquatch app. So knowing all this, do you think this system would work for you? Let me talk to you about a few more of my current clients. I'm giving them different names. These are their actual in-body charts. But as you can see, around here we go off of real data. The reality is your scale kind of sucks. It can't tell you the difference between losing muscle and losing weight. But that's a story for another time. Anyway, a couple of people that I've worked with. Kevin's 28 years old. He's 6'1". And over the course of a 3 month program, he lost 30 pounds of fat while building around a pound of muscle. Now, Kevin's program was meant to specifically lose fat, and he was traveling for about half of this program. So he was overseas. He didn't really have access to our location. He wasn't able to train with us in person. He had to do all of our remote classes, and he was still able to drop 30 pounds in time for his wedding. Tracy's a different story. Tracy's 45 years old, likes to row. She's 5'5". She wanted to improve her performance while decreasing her body fat percentage and fat mass. Tracy went from about 67 pounds of muscle to 72. She gained 5 pounds of muscle, all while dropping 26 pounds of fat while working with us. Again, this InBody is at about the 5 month check mark, and Tracy saw some incredible results. And back to James. James was able to gain almost 10 pounds of muscle while we were working together, lose over 30 pounds of fat. Again, all while raising his metabolism, being a CTO, having a kid, and having a family to deal with. Here's a few more before and afters. These pictures were taken only 6 weeks in, and they still saw this much progress. The reason I show you this is because I don't want you to think that it's going to be zero progress for the first 2 months and then we're going to get into it. We start seeing results immediately because the things that we get you to do are small but mighty at the start. Amy lost 12.8 pounds of fat in her first 6 weeks. Kevin lost 18.4 pounds, different Kevin. John lost over 27 pounds of fat. If these guys can get these results and these people are just like you, jobs, kids, lives, travel, do you think this system could work for you? Sasquatch is not about handing you a generic plan and wishing you luck. This is not a download it and disappear program. This is not a gym membership, and you shouldn't compare it to one. You're investing in a full team that is fully invested in you. You will have one on one support, real accountability, and expert coaches who talk to each other behind the scenes about your goals and your progress. Your nutrition coach knows what your performance coach is doing. Your class coach knows what you're working on outside the gym. Every detail matters because you matter. This is not just about workouts and macros. This is about transformation through real support and real structure. You are not doing this alone. You're not getting just one coach. You're getting a team, you're getting a plan, and you're getting a community that shows up for you every single day. This is not another app or automated meal plan. This is a living, breathing system that adapts to your life, your season, your goals. We will not micromanage you, but you will never be on your own. We're here to challenge you, guide you, and help you step into your next level. Our job is not to cheer from the sidelines. Our job is to coach you like someone who believes in your potential more than you do right now. And hey, we back it with a results guarantee. When you get on your first call, we will agree on a result. And if you don't hit it during your program, which is rare because we have a 97% success rate, we'll just train you and coach you for free until you do. So if any of this hits home, we'll make this the last time you ever have to start over. You deserve to feel strong, confident, and in control. And that version of you is closer than you think. So, what's next? If you feel at all like the system might work for you, if there's even a hint, fill out the coaching application and take the first step. The first step is hopping on a Zoom call with me or one of my other advisors, and we're just going to talk through it and see if it's a fit. No pressure. Then, if you want to sign up, we can do that right on the call. I've gotten a few DMs from people wanting to sign up online after they watch this, but we want to get on a call first to make sure it's a fit for both sides. So let me take you on a quick date before we get married. If we still like each other after that, we'll kick off your program. Not to sound cheesy, but get excited right now. Get hopeful. This call could be the thing that finally turns things around for you. I mean it. I keep seeing it happen. Looking forward to meeting you on the inside.